Previously on Master Rainey. In the episode Get the Message, Lincoln gets frustrated over Lori unwittingly stepping on and breaking Lincoln's VR goggles. In the episode One of the Boys, Lincoln has a nightmare of living with 10 brothers who turned out to be a load of dirtbags who abuse Lincoln for its own sake.
You what?
But this mention is yet relevant to this topic as Lincoln was complicit in this act with Lenny and eventually Luann. Lesson learned. Never look through someone's private documents without their validated consent, as it's called privacy invasion and it's totally not cool. Lori grows violent with Lincoln for what he said about Ronnie Ann, which caused Bobby to break up with her, revealing that Ronnie Ann and Bobby are siblings. And that reminds me what your triplet brother did to me in 2009, you little varmint! In the episode Making the Case, Lincoln was desperate for a trophy, so he films his sister's embarrassments in an effort to win the trophy for the 5th grade video contest.
You've got exactly 3 seconds before we pulverize you.
You may remember back in July that I discussed 10 of the worst things Lincoln Loud has done. That video in retrospect has gotten 1,000 views in 2 days and is also at 2,000 views in just 1 week. Due to the popularity of the video and the Loud House as a whole, I've decided to do a video on his sisters, so I'm personally going to start with the oldest, who's well known to fart and blame it on her shoes, Cedar the floorboard.
It was my shoe!
Glued to her phone screen, obsessed with Bobby Santiago, and says literally a lot as if it were her favorite word, even using it out of context. This will fall within the boundaries of the first 4 seasons of the Loud House, so with that said, I now present to you 10 of the worst things Lori Loud has done. And with that said, let's jump right into it. Number 10, the sophisticated party. In the episode Party Down, Lori throws a so-called sophisticated party and disinvites all her siblings except Lenny, Luna, and of course Luann, and enforces strict rules to the invited sisters of hers to make the party quote-unquote sophisticated by simply being so boring. Yeah, more like the boring Borefest. Luna and Luann spice up the party to entertain the invitees by using their talents, which Lori then ejects the said sisters from the party just simply for quote-unquote not being sophisticated. This also leads to the invited guests leaving the party, which wasn't actually a party per se. However, Lori gets invited to the sibling party later in the episode. Number 9, stealing Lenny's sandwich. In the episode Job Insecurity, the Loud kids search their father Lynn Sr. for a new IT job. Lenny runs into the office to help Lynn Sr. retrieve his laptop for work, only to find out that he's been fired, but leaves her sandwich in the van, resulting in Lori taking it, stealing it, and eating it as she was using the firstborn card as a superiority complex.
I'll do it. I trust you guys. You guys, not cool. As the oldest, I totally get her sandwich.
Wow, Lori is literally selfish, using being the firstborn as a superiority complex, but not to mention entitled. Number 8, accuse Bobby of cheating. In the episode The Greenhouse, Lori was video chatting with Bobby, also known to her as Booba Bear, through multiple devices. Bobby was seen with Mona Lisa pics, but Lori, however, accuses Bobby of cheating on her with Mona Lisa, as well as accuses Mona Lisa of flirting with him. I happen to find Lori Loud's dumb moment so much like her sister Lenny. Lori also isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer for accusing Bobby of cheating on her with a painting by Leonardo da Vinci, which is utterly nonsensical.
Hey Lincoln, hola from France.
Who is that girl? And why is she smiling at you?
Babe, that's the Mona Lisa.
And maybe I'll send one to that little flirt Mona, too.
Number 7, gave Principal Huggins a black eye. In the episode Can't Hardly Wait, Lori works at her dad's restaurant Lynn's table. Lori forgets Principal Huggins' order and tries to kindly offer him a mint, but throws at him, hits him directly in the eye, and then he gets a black eye. I know some people are going to point out that it's not possible in real life to get a black eye from getting hit by a mint in 1 hit, But this is just plain cartoon logic, and it's being addressed anyway because of the said cartoon logic. You know what you saw and what I presented as an example. Number 6, put Bobby before her own siblings. In various episodes within the first 4 seasons, it comes to show that Lori cares more about Bobby than her own sisters and brother. Take a look at the episode Get the Message, that Lori likes getting calls, messages, and voicemails from Bobby, but forbids them from her own brother Lincoln.
Lincoln, there are 2 rules in this house. Stay out of my room and never call my phone. Bobby, only 12 messages today? I thought you cared about me.
Also look in the episode Garage Band. Lori was solving the problem with Lola's bedhead, but cuts off to going on the phone with Bobby and puts him ahead of fixing Lola's hair. Number 5, got jealous with Bobby for spending time with Lincoln. In the episode Affair to Remember, Bobby spends his time with Lincoln, Lori's only brother, but grows jealous and makes a big deal out of their bond. So her solution was to spend time with Clyde, Lincoln's wingman, to try to make Bobby jealous. Lori has been shown to be treating Bobby like she owns him and demands him back from her only brother, also attempting to make Lincoln jealous for spending time with his best buddy. To further exacerbate this, Lori takes an unconscious Clyde to the Tunnel of Love where he drowns and gets taken to the medical center. Well, this prompts me to give a dating advice. To those who are looking for a companion, look away from Lori Loud, as she will see you as her own personal property, and search for someone else. Even if you find her profile on dating apps like Bumble or Tinder, then swipe left, because of what I just explained. She'll even try to cheat on you if you spend time with Lincoln Loud. Anyways, moving on. Number 4, force Bobby at the picnic upon wisdom tooth removal. In the episode Selfie Improvement, Lori was competing with Carol Pingree on the quality of selfies. Lori gets nasty at Bobby and demands him to be at the picnic just after getting his wisdom teeth removed, which is utterly harmful as he is shown to be feeling pain from sipping on a smoothie. Once again, for dating advice, avoid Lori as she is this cruel as far as forcing you on a picnic just upon getting your wisdom teeth removed. Recovery time takes weeks when you get your wisdom teeth removed. Normal time does not resume immediately. Number 3, bribed Mr. Grous to destroy the garage. In the episode Garage Band, Lori begins to feel homesick upon moving into the garage, which she mindlessly and thoughtlessly makes a deal with Mr. Grous to destroy the garage for money to pay for the damage in her dad's lasagna. The plan fails epically as Mr. Grous puts his tractor in reverse and wrecks his own garage, which will definitely cost Lori money as she is responsible for the damage by simply betting Mr. Grous to do that damage. Once again, like Lenny, Lori is also a dumbass. Number 2, forced her siblings into a boring evening. In the episode No Guts, No Glory, Lori was left in charge by the Loud parents, much to Lincoln's dismay. Lori forbids Luna from playing music, forbids Lenny from making phone calls, forbids Lana from making mud pies, and forbids Lincoln from playing video games. The Queen of No makes a ridiculously boring schedule for her siblings to follow, making the rooms seem like prison cells like Lincoln said.
Rooms? More like prison cells.
This results in Lincoln assembling his sibling meeting into his linen closet bedroom to detest Lori's babysitting methods and to overthrow the Queen of No, only for Lincoln, or in which case the King of Yes, to take over, which didn't work out as well as anticipated as the Loud sisters obviously accept Lori would make the whole house a pigsty. Being the oldest and left in charge can be a lot, especially in a family of 11 kids, but forcing your siblings into a boring evening is definitely how to lose trust from them. If Lori nor Lincoln cannot handle babysitting, how about Lenny, or Luna, or Luann, or the other sisters? Being the oldest doesn't make you superior, especially in the Loud house. And before I veil my top pick, here are 3 dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable mention number 1, Scratched Vanzilla. In the episode A Tattler's Tale, a flashback shows Lori scratching Vanzilla with her purse's beads, which happens to be Lori's secret that Lola threatens to spill to the Loud parents if she doesn't serve her. Dishonorable mention number 2, broke Lincoln's VR goggles. In the episode Get the Message, Lori breaks Lincoln's VR goggles and unapologetically leaves the house to go on her way to replace the gaming device, then later apologizes rudely, which is why Lincoln was right about Lori in that said episode.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. You are... And that is why you are the worst sister ever!
Dishonorable mention number 3, threatened to turn Lincoln into a human pretzel. In the same episode, Lincoln inadvertently enters Lori's room, which is also Lenny's room, but Lori deals with this and threatens to turn Lincoln into a human pretzel. She also threatens to turn him into a human pretzel when she sees his nasty message he wrote, deeming her as the worst sister ever.
Lincoln! What is this? When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna...
Number 1, sabotage Lenny's driver's test.
How could you?
In the episode Driving Miss Hazy, Lincoln and 9 of his sisters get fed up with Lori making them do her chores in order for a ride to wherever they want to go, so Lincoln tries his best at helping Lenny practice for a driver's test, even eventually learning to quote-unquote speak Lenny as strategy for rehearsal, translating Lenny's idiolectic terms like blinky blink for turn signal, spinny thingy for steering wheel, white shoe for brake pedal, go-go boot for accelerator, and good side for left turn. Lori notices the rehearsal that 9 younger siblings are helping Lenny with and refuses to back down. Lori manages to exploit Lenny's weakness that night before the test, as she, once again, ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, by slipping on a pair of earphones equipped to a pre-recorded tape giving bad instructions, resulting in Lenny failing the driving test for the 14th time. That's not all. The instructions that Lori gave were not only bad enough to result in a simple failure, but were really dangerous. Those instructions were to never check the mirrors, comment on the driving instructor's weight, and even driving on the wrong side of the road, which could have gotten Lenny fatally wounded or worse, killed. Lincoln quite frankly chews Lori out for that and reprimands her for that horrible stunt that could have costed them their lovely sister, which Lori would have been held responsible for and would have spent the rest of her life in prison. However, Lenny survives in perfect condition, but fails the test thanks to Lori, so she makes amends by helping Lenny rehearse for the 15th test. So I'll be doing this on more Loud Sisters eventually for when I'm ready. I was quite able to find at least 10 of Lori's misdeeds, as well as previously 10 of Lincoln's. Anyways, for more content on the Master Rainey channel, and for the notification of the 78th video of the Master Rainey channel, click subscribe and ring the bell. If there's anything that I missed out, feel free to put it down in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. This is Master Rainey now, signing off.